Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my friend. Today I am going to talk about Saturn getting direct in the sign Pisces. Let me do the mantras quickly. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Vyam Ved Vyasaya Namah Om Gurve Namah. Beautiful. So as you are aware that Saturn is going to get direct in Pisces. Saturn has been retrograde in the sign Pisces for more than 4 months by now. And as we all understand that outer planets like Saturn or Jupiter, because these planets move slowly compared to the inner planets, so when there is a change in their motion, they become retrograde or they become direct. A lot can happen, okay? And to judge the areas in which Saturn specifically, because we are talking about Saturn today, can impact your horoscope, can be understood by looking at the significations of Saturn. One of the prominent significations of Saturn is job or work, right? Now let me ask you a simple question, or let me give you a quiz for you to contemplate. We all know that Saturn is the lord of 10th house and 11th house. 10th house. And who is the significant, the natural significant, the Naisargic Karaka of 10th house? It's Mercury. And Mercury is the lord of 6th house. And who is the Naisargic Karaka of 6th house? Broadly, as we understand, is Saturn. Do you see the role reversal? What could be the rationale behind this? Well, the answer to this and so many such complexity of Jyotish, people are learning in Jyotish foundation course. Exactly. So if you look at this curriculum, so far, there have been 2 sessions because I take session every week on Saturday, IST evening, so that people across the globe can join depending on the location, wherever you are. The time is designed in such a way that you can join it live. The classes are live. And a few have not been able to join the live classes. Nothing to worry because the classes are being recorded in a very structured and professional way. And using the user ID and etc., you can listen to the recording wherever you are, okay, on the go. But the point I want to make today is that I've been through only 2 sessions so far. If you look at the curriculum, very basic session, introduction, planets or grahas. But the kind of understanding people who are attending sessions are getting, it is pure Vedic understanding. Pure Vedic. It is not that which is available in the books, because whatever I have learned through the blessing of my Guru Pandit Shri Sanjay Rachi. And I am trying to disseminate the similar kind of knowledge to everybody who is a part of that course. So not only the answer to this question, but many such complexities will be available. And because the way I've structured this course, or the experience, Jyotish experience as I call it, after every session I give some assignment, some homework to do, and then it is a one-to-one connection. I look at the homework submission myself, interact with the person myself, give my feedback, and with the feedback, they also get to understand a lot about their individual horoscope, because the homework is about applying the concept on their individual horoscopes. And in every homework, through feedback, they are getting remedies for their individual horoscopes. And however I can try, right, because it is a foundation course, I'm covering fundamentals, but with every session, so many prediction or predictive techniques are being shared, which they can apply on day-to-day basis. So by the end of 6 months, they will have the confidence to look upon themselves as a Vedic astrologer, a Jyotisha. And a lot of you have been asking, is it a bit late to join? Absolutely not. Because every session is getting recorded. And even now who have joined from the beginning, a few of them have not been able to attend from the beginning. Right? So that's why recordings are available. So even if you join in the middle of the session, you always keep in mind that these are live sessions, live classes. So for the upcoming classes, whenever you join, you will have the benefit to interact with me directly, get the feedback from me. And even for the sessions you have missed, You can go through the recording and still submit homework and get feedback for those sessions also. So a new session comes after a week, so you can easily cover the backlog during that period, right? And a couple of you have been asking about one-to-one sessions. See, one-to-one session, the way I've structured this course, though people are joining together, but it is one-to-one. And also, if you don't like to expose yourself, you all like to keep it personal, private, that is the way the course has been designed. So the interaction is with me directly, right? And you can only get to the recording and discuss feedback, and it is a one-to-one interaction that way, right? The privacy will always be there if that is your criteria, okay? All right, so if you still want to join and get through that experience of being a Vedic astrologer, you can go through the contact details available in the description box of this video and connect with my office and join the course as soon as possible. All right. Let us begin with ascendants. Aries ascendant. So my friend, Saturn is your 10th lord and 11th lord, and it is getting direct in your 12th house. So as far as your work is concerned, people who are in business sphere, it is going to be an excellent time for them. If they would like to go ahead with making investment, expanding the business, there will be opportunities. People who are in the service industry specifically, because Saturn now will be aspecting your 6th house from your 12th house, there can be some testing situations on your way. But the good thing or the recommendation which I can give you, if you like to make a critical decision, be it in the sphere of your business or in the sphere of your job, do not take the decision independently. Discuss it with somebody whom you trust, your colleague, your senior, your friends. And that advice, a simple piece of advice, can be to your benefit. If you try to make the decision independently, then that Saturn's aspect on your 6th house can be to your detrimental. Okay? And the other blessings or the other interesting aspect is that Saturn is still allowing you to do your karmas in a very, very nice way. Now, karma is more of a philosophical or heavy word. I simply try to say that because it is your 10th lord, it is helping you to go ahead with your work sphere, regardless of your job or business. There can be some testing periods, but with that recommendation I've just shared, you will be able to manage it really well. Okay. Now, if I talk about your financial aspects, now that area looks quite beautiful. Specifically because Saturn is now getting direct. It will help you to reconsider your various sources of money. You will realize that, income which was coming or which was looking a bit challenging is now reasonably okay. The challenge could be in the sphere of your savings, because Saturn getting direct will open up the areas of income flow, but the savings potential will still be under some cloud. So still, if you have a regular income to make your both ends meet, to live life nicely, easily, the way you like to spend or the way you like to live life, that is good, right? So that aspect will be there. But there will be a lot of illusion that, I am going to generate a lot. So that's where Saturn will always help you, just because it is now getting direct, that, hey, do not fall under that illusion. I am going to give you a reality check, because your saving potential will not be that high. That will be a pragmatic reality check. Okay. Now, if I talk about your health, this area, you need to be a bit careful, because there will be a bit of a relief on health front, because Saturn so far had been aspecting your 8th house, but now after getting direct, it will start to aspect your 6th house. And as we know, 6th house aspect is relatively better than the 8th house aspect, because the the gravity of the health problems will come down. So if you had been under some health problems, you will find some recovery, you will get some cure, you will try to put more focus on getting cure. Your mind, your intelligence, your brain will function accordingly. So that way, situations will be better. You will feel some relief. But the challenge is you will still need to incur a bit of expenditure, a bit of money to take care of your health. So from financial aspect, you will still need to incur some money. It means there will not be absolutely relaxation in that front. There will be some relief, but not absolutely relaxation. So what can you do? Please read Hanuman Chalisa every day. With that, you will get such strength that spending money is one thing, but you also need to get that strength so that your body starts to feel that it can recover, it can heal. It is about your feeling, how you feel. A lot of ailments actually get cured with your self-confidence and self-belief. That's where this remedy is going to help you. Okay? Okay. In terms of your relationship, see, this Saturn getting direct is really going to give you a good experience in the area of relationship. You will actually feel a sigh of relief in this area. But the challenge, your expectations from your partner will be quite high. That will be a big challenge, right? So, in any case, because you're going to feel a sigh of relief, you will actually see yourself getting closer to people. The motive, the sole objective of getting into a relationship will be pleasure oriented. That will be the sole theme of the relationship. Because if you had been a bit downside in this area, the moment things open up, you tend to enjoy that phase of life. And that's absolutely normal. That's how human beings or the mind of human beings operate. That's absolutely fine. Now, my recommendation, the way the planetary position is kind of currently looking at, the way I'm looking at the planetary positions, my recommendation to you is get into a relationship, but do not get into a commitment till end of December 25. Okay? All right. Now, in terms of your travel, etc., you will get a lot of opportunities to travel, and that will also include foreign travels. Get hold of those opportunities. Even if you're not getting on its own, try to make certain plans to travel. Because the more you travel, be it in your own country or be it to foreign places, it will actually help you to earn more. There can be some opportunities opening up through some references, through some foreign deals. So travel, or the simple kind of moving away from your place where you are residing, even going to the office every day, not working from home the entire week, but going to the office, even that kind of movement is going to help you in the contentment perspective and also in earning money perspective. Okay, so make use of this insight as well. So best wishes, my friend. Taurus ascendant. So my friend, if I speak about your work, with Saturn getting direct, you will see a much needed respite at your workplace. A much needed, a sigh of relief. Things which were stuck at your workplace, at your job, in your business sphere will tend to open up. You will get a lot of new opportunities to find new job, to look for expanding your business, all such things. Now, there can be a possibility that you were under a troubled time as far as your relationship with your boss is concerned. I understand that. With Saturn getting direct, that will also be milder. However, if you feel things are not working out even now, there can be some situations, then now you will get a lot of opportunities to move out. So you can very well look for new opportunities, change your job, or find some alternative way to safeguard yourself if you are in a business sphere. So you will get a lot of opportunities with Saturn getting direct. It is going to give you a much needed sigh of relief. All right. So if I speak about money, as you know, Saturn is your 9th lord and 10th lord. and it is in your 11th house where it is getting direct. So this sphere will not going to be that easy as I spoken about the work, because work you are still kind of strengthening up. It is not stabilized. Might be it was stabilized in the last few months or so, but still you are still strengthening up the various threads of work. So financial side will be slightly tricky. Saturn is also acting with Rahu, and both are influencing your 11th house of income. That's why it is a bit tricky. The advantage at your end is that Saturn is also your 10th lord, in addition to your 9th lord. So when 10th lord is getting into your 11th house, while it may cause certain challenges for you in the area of finances, but being 10th lord and being Saturn, it will put up a condition in front of you. It will tell you, if you work hard, if you work with honesty, if you work with transparency, if you do not make any tricks or apply any tricks when you file your income tax return, if you are transparent and honest in every regard, then your hard work will be paid well. Then Saturn will say, I'll take the onus of ensuring that you are paid well for your hard work. It will not be a boon kind of scenario, but at least your hard work will not go unnoticed. And that itself is a very good scenario when Saturn is transiting in your 11th house. Okay? In the sphere of health, well, this is quite interesting because you will see a lot of relief in this area. Remember, when Saturn was retrograde, the influence was getting onto your 12th house. And 12th house, among other things, is also the house of hospitalization. But now that influence has come down to 8th house. Situation is not completely cured, but if you're out of such grave situation as far as health is concerned, that itself is an improvement. So health, I'll say, is going to be nice. Why I'm not overtly concerned about? Still, Saturn's getting aspect on your 8th house. Because there are other blessings coming to your 8th house. You look at Jupiter, you look at other blessings. So therefore, I'm absolutely sure that now you are going to smile as far as the sphere of health is concerned. So when the time is good, I would rather recommend you to pay more attention so that eventualities cannot come in the first place. The purpose is to be proactive and not be reactive. So now the time is to be proactive. Okay? In the area of relationship, now this I need to segregate into two portions because I see a battle playing between Saturn and Rahu. While Rahu is pushing for stronger experience in the area of relationship, but Saturn is kind of putting a restriction in that sphere. That is one side of aspect. The other side, where I would like to split this area in professional relationship and personal sphere. So as far as personal sphere is concerned, there will be some tricky situations you may need to undergo. Okay? And that tricky situation is basically because of Mars also coming to play a foul sport in this area. But you have to manage that. As far as relationship at work is concerned, professional relationship with your colleague, things looked relatively calmer, much calmer. But let me give you a recommendation. If you feel that you are facing a bit of challenge vis-a-vis your equation with your supervisor, your boss, please do Om Namah Shivaya every day. And that can act as a magic for you to come out of this situation. Okay. Now, in the area of something specific, is there something specific I like to tell you as a Jyotish insight? I'll tell you that this is an excellent time for you to fine-tune your life. Because now when Saturn getting direct, it is going to help you big time in various areas. And if I speak about fine-tuning your life, you can redefine your fitness regime. You can look at learning something new like astrology. It will definitely help you being in the house of being in your 11th house. You can definitely look at learning astrology. This time is going to help you like anything. Okay? And I'll also recommend you to read some self-help books. Those can also give you a lot of positivity every single day. Okay, so to make the best possible use of this time. All right, best wishes. Gemini ascendant. So my friend, Saturn is your 8th lord and 9th lord, and now it is getting direct in your 10th house. As far as work is concerned, see, Saturn is transiting in your 10th house. So you can very well imagine that it will pose certain challenges for you. One of the challenges could be that your relationship with your colleagues, with the supervisor, can be under the radar of Saturn. The other challenge posed by Saturn would be that you may be given certain tough situations at work wherein, though you will deliver, Saturn will ensure that you will deliver, but after a tremendous amount of hard work. So such situations you may need to undergo because now it is getting direct. And advantage of Saturn getting direct when it is in your 10th house. Amidst all these challenges, it will ensure that with your hard work, your trajectory is moving forward. But Saturn moves slow, right? It will be slow. So if you are struggling a bit with your equation with your boss per se, and you feel like moving out, Saturn will say, hold on, I'm your 8th lord sitting in the 10th house. I can arrange for a quick, some sudden changes in the job as well. But here's my recommendation. Do not take any decision out of impulse, out of ego, or even if something comes up out of a blue moon, a sudden opportunity, evaluate that opportunity well. Very, very thorough evaluation is required. Because if I look at the other combinations, this is not the best of the times for you to move out of your workplace or explore new opportunities. So if you really want to have this as a nice experience, you need to do a thorough evaluation. 1. 2, you need to look at a bit of many alternatives available, right? And then pick the best of the alternatives, so that your experience of moving out or changing the current situation actually turns out to be a better experience for you. All right. Now, in the area of finances, now that's looking quite promising, because Saturn, when it was retrograde, it was having an influence on your 11th house of income. And now that influence has gone away, and rather other planets are actually contributing to your fortune. So with that, as I mentioned in my work section, Saturn will put you in testing situations, but with your efforts, it will ensure that your career trajectory is moving forward. So your financial doors will be open now. This is an area which will give you happiness. If I talk about your health sphere, now this is an area where I like you to put a bit more caution, a bit more seriousness. Saturn is your 8th lord. That is point number 1. And now it is going to aspect your 12th house. So what will happen? Not only your 12th house, Saturn is posited in your 10th house. So a lot of problems which you face at your work, mental problems or work-life balance issues, you will carry back to your home, to your head, to your brain. And that may give you some sort of sleepless nights, some isolation kind of problem, insomnia kind of problem. Such things can happen during this period, specifically now that Saturn is getting direct. But you know the benefits also. Eventually, ultimate, the outcome will be good. But in the meanwhile, you may have to undergo such anxiety, such kind of problem. And this is not happening by some third person. It is not that somebody is playing foul to you. Let me also make it very clear. It is happening because of your own decision, the way you are contemplating the situation, or the way you are handling the situation to manage it better. Let me give you a beautiful remedy. You start reading Hanuman Chalisa. That's it. You don't need to incur any money. Just read Hanuman Chalisa every day and you see how it heals you. With self-confidence, with strength, you will be able to manage the workload, the anxiety, the complexities of situations really well. And then that's about it. Okay? In the area of relationship, my friend, you are going to be famous in this area. In other words, you're going to get a lot of attention from opposite sex. So as long as you are at friendly terms with them, things are going to be fine. But if you try to move a bit closer, a bit cozy, that's where Saturn will say, hold on, where's your focus? That can bring complexities. So staying friends, having a good time, discussing, listening to them, going out for a few movies, some eat outs, that's absolutely fantastic. Provided you get time, that's also another situation. But keep yourself in the restriction as imposed by Saturn. Remember, Saturn is actually aspecting your 12th house. It will not let you enjoy that pleasure so easily. The experience will be Saturn driven. It is not Rahu or Venus driven. Make the difference? Okay. So if I like to give you any additional insight, it will be an excellent time for you to make some travel plans or make some just roaming around, such simple plans with your partner. Those things, the proximity, the mutual discussion with your partner will give you so much of happiness and so much of confidence that can actually make things completely change. So that way, this is a very, very good period when Saturn is getting direct and helping you to spend a nice time with the person you love to be with. All right? So make the best possible use of this time. Best wishes. Cancer ascendant. So my friend, Saturn is your 7th lord and 8th lord. And currently Saturn is getting direct in your 9th house. Okay? So if I speak about the situation at your work, there will be a major impact. And the impact is going to be positive impact. So you will get or feel like a major sigh of relief at your workplace, because you will feel that things are starting to open up. People who are at a job, they will find opportunities for new jobs to move out. People who are in business, they will also experience the similar kind of situations. And specifically, if you are into insurance sector, that area or even the real estate sector will actually help you more. So if you are into such areas, you will find even better opportunities to move out, to expand yourself or your career. So it is going to be a very, very good time from your workspace perspective. And the movement can also be sudden, right? But efforts must be put in. Efforts must be put into place, because Saturn is in your 9th house of fortune. Things will not come out easily. For everything, you will have to put in the efforts. Okay. Now, if I speak about your finances, see, when Saturn is getting direct, you will see your expenses are really be on the higher side. That is an area which you like to manage, but it will not be that easy for you to manage. So if you will have to maintain your income, I am using the word maintain. I am not even using the word increase. Just to maintain your existing income, you will need to put in a lot of extra efforts, because Saturn is now influencing your 11th house of income. So without, when Saturn influences specific houses, then even to get the BAU or the normal stuff, you will have to put in a bit of extra. That's only after such efforts, such things, Saturn says, okay, you take it now. That's the situation for your financial matters. Okay. As regards your health is concerned, with Saturn getting direct, I'll say that you will find a major relief in this sphere. A lot of complexities around your health, or the way you were thinking or a bit low down vis-a-vis your health was concerned, will actually go away or vanish. But the area where you still need to monitor yourself closely, sleeping late, that is an area you are not able to manage well so far, and that is going to continue. So that's where Saturn will demand a strong vigilance from your end so that you can manage your lifestyle better. Okay. From relationship perspective, see, Saturn is your seventh lord. Okay, and now it is getting direct. It had been retrograde for about 139 days so far. So relationship had not been smooth. It was not moving forward. It was going backward. And now with Saturn, your seventh lord getting direct is giving you such a nice and positive indication that, hey, now you can stabilize your relationship. You can take it forward. That's a wonderful experience, wonderful thing. But at the same time, Saturn will make it a condition. Put up a condition in front of you. Why? I'll tell you the reason in a short while. The condition will be, as long as you maintain a check on the external influences, things will be okay. Otherwise, I'm monitoring you carefully. Why is that so? Saturn is not only your seventh lord, but also your eighth lord. That's the peculiar and tricky situation. And being an eighth lord, getting into the ninth house, it will be like, and getting direct now, it will be like a make or a break kind of situation. So you need to be very careful whether you like to hand hold of Saturn, who is your seventh lord, whether you like to hand hold of your partner, or you like to hand hold of Saturn, which is eighth lord of external situations, external illusions. That's a thing you need to be mindful of. Okay. Now, anything else? I briefly touched upon that Saturn is in the house of your fortune, ninth house, and Rahu is also influencing that. That's an area you need to really be watchful. And to that extent, I like to give you a simple and beautiful remedy, my friend. You just do Om Guruve Namah every day, and you'll see things changing for the better. And the other insight I like to give you, with Saturn getting direct, you are going to enter into a very, very nice and auspicious time, which I call the time of habit formation. Saturn is actually going to help you in this sphere of life. What do I mean by that? So there are certain habits which we are undergoing in our life so far, but we like to modify those habits, and you like to inculcate something new in our lives. For example, one such habit could be sleeping in time and getting up early in the morning. Inculcating or bringing in some fitness regime, just walking or completing, let's say, 10,000 steps. Or I have to get up from my workplace after every half an hour, after every 1 hour, go to the RO, pour water into my cup or glass, and then have it. So such small things, if you do it regularly for a period of time, these will become habit. Now when Saturn is getting direct, it is actually going to help you in this habit formation. So if you try to go ahead with such habits, you will be easily able to get hold to such habits. Nice and beautiful habits. So make the best possible use of this habit formation time. Okay? Best wishes. Leo ascendant. So my friend, Saturn is your sixth lord and seventh lord, and now it is going to get direct in your eighth house. So if I speak about your workplace, see, Saturn as your sixth lord is getting direct in your eighth house. It simply ensures that a lot of changes are about to come. Sixth house, the natural significator, Saturn, job. And eighth house is a house of change. So changes will come now that it is direct. From the last 139 odd days, when it was retrograde, things were like stuck. Things were not moving. Now things will move. Now the interesting part about Jyotish, this is also a Viparit Raj Yoga. 6, 8, 12, when they are kind of connected, it turns into a Viparit Raj Yoga. So how you can activate the Viparit Raj Yoga in your favor? That is the question. You can do that with this recommendation, that whenever you need to take a decision pertaining to your work, do not make the decisions on your own. individually. Rather, discuss it with somebody you trust or some of your friends, colleagues, anybody. And then evaluate the piece of advice given by them and then take the best possible decision. If you do that, then Vipareet Raj Yoga will actually work in your favor. All right? Good. So as far as the finances are concerned, now this is also an area where you need to stay alert with your expenses, with the way you're managing your income. Everything needs to be taken good care of, because Saturn is going to influence your second house, right? So the recommendation which I'll give you in this regard is very, very clear. If you want to ensure that your normal flow of income continues, then you need to document everything. All the things pertaining to your finances, your interaction with somebody, when you are dealing or getting into financial transaction with somebody, document everything using email or any mode of documentation. As long as you document anything, things will remain in your favor. If you don't document, you trust somebody, you just discuss somebody verbally over call, don't do that. Do not do that. Oh, I hope you understood the message. With regard to your health, see, 6th Lord Saturn is now getting direct in 8th house. And on top of that, Rahu, dear Rahu, is also influencing your 8th house from your 7th house. So you can imagine things will be slightly under the radar of Saturn and Rahu being malefics. You understand that? So there can be some challenges. But the good news, it is not going to be a major one, because I don't see the involvement of 12th house. So there can be some fitness related issues. See, when Vipareet Raj Yoga gets activated and you turn it into your favor and you turn to take advantage from the monetary sense, it also has a side effect. That is why it is Vipareet Raj Yoga. It is not a normal Raj Yoga. So every Vipareet thing comes with a side effect. The side effect could be in the health sphere, some anxiety, some sort of normal tension. So you just need to monitor your lifestyle carefully. In such circumstances, I'm glad that your 12th house is not getting impacted. So it is not that you're going to have sleepless nights. No. So if that is the case, with small bit of effort, you can actually improve your lifestyle. And if you keep your mind fit, active, confident and positive, then you can get through with the situation easily. Read some self-help books every single day. This is the period where you need some self-help books. Those books will help you. Okay? Now moving on to relationships. So this I'll divide into two spheres. Professional and personal relationship. You need to be watchful in both the areas. But if I speak about professional relationship, Saturn being your 7th lord and influencing your 10th house, there can be some testing times. All right? But at personal level, Saturn will give you good leeway to have some nice equation, nice experience with your partner, provided the condition. The condition is there should not be any third person between the two of you. The moment a third person is getting involved, maybe to bring respite to the confrontation, in whatever regard, whatever capacity, no. You need to ensure that you are not involving or engaging any third person between the two of you. If you meet this condition, excellent. Excellent. Okay, anything else? Very interesting time. Saturn getting direct is actually going to bless you with a very, very good learning period ahead. So you can make use of this time to learn anything of your choice. You can learn astrology, you can learn any other subject of your preference. And the beautiful thing is, Saturn, when it's working with other planets, and then you are actually going to retain this knowledge for long. You're going to use this knowledge for income generation also. And the other beautiful blessing coming your way is that kahin pyar na ho jaye. You may very well fall in love, my friend, with Saturn getting direct. So here also I'll put up a condition. So getting into a relationship, experiencing that phase of life is excellent, is absolutely fine. But this is not the time. Let me repeat it. This is not the time to get married. Period. Okay? So make the use of the good things coming your way when Saturn is going to get direct. Okay? Best wishes. Virgo ascendant. So my friend, Saturn is your 5th lord and 6th lord and is going to get direct in 7th house. So as far as the work is concerned, Saturn is now going to get you a major relief in your workspace. And you have been waiting for this. So it will open up a plethora of opportunities because Saturn has been retrograde from the last 139 days. So things were stuck, though there were positive indications through some other planetary transit. But because Saturn was retrograde, things were not moving. But now you see things getting moving. So your workspace, you are going to have some nice experiences, very nice experiences. It is applicable for both people in job as well as those of you who are in business. So keep your eyes open, look for the opportunities coming your way and then grab the opportunity. It is a very good time to explore new opportunities, to explore changes in your profile, to kind of go to different places and see how things work out in your favor. So it is a very nice time for your work profile. Now, there could be some challenge. You might face a bit of confrontation or equations are not matching with your boss, with your supervisor. If that's the case, you also have the opportunities to move out. So make use of that opportunities, exercise that option. So that is how Saturn getting direct is going to help you to move out of that situation. Okay. Now from financial perspective, see the interesting part is that you will see that your flow of income is now getting stabilized with Saturn getting direct. And on top of that, your expenses will also be in check so that you can save better. See, Saturn is now not going to influence your 12th house. So expenditure will be under check to some extent, right? And saving will be there. Other planets are also contributing to this cause, noble cause. So financial matter, just like your work matter, is also a big tick. Very good. So this Saturn getting direct seems to be working really well for you, my friend. Okay. From health perspective, so I see a lot of positive things happening over there. So Saturn influence from your 8th house will go away. And on top of that, Jupiter is also contributing positively to your health. So this is a phase where you not only see something nice happening with your health on its own, but you also be pragmatic. You'll also be careful about your health. You will try to get some nice regime to your fitness, a daily morning, evening ritual to your fitness. So that way, even from health perspective, I see a lot of positive changes coming to your life with Saturn getting direct. Okay? But remember, Saturn is 6th lord, Saturn is getting direct in 7th house, and Saturn is aspecting your Lagna. Remember that. So when Saturn will aspect your Lagna, it may give some sort of thoughts, some sort of such kind of thoughts. For example, you have been going to your morning walk, let's say for the last 3-4 days, and one fine day, Saturn will make you feel, one day is enough. One day is fine, let me just give a break, let me sleep. Don't fall into that trap, that lethargic attitude, because Saturn is aspecting your Lagna, your brain. So don't let that laziness get into your brain at all. If you delay, if you procrastinate even once, done, then you're gone. So ensure the natural significator Surya. Let Surya take precedence and not Saturn. Every single day you have to go ahead with your routine. Then you see the magic happening in your life as far as health is concerned. Relationship. So this is peculiar. So you will experience that your partner may encounter some health challenges. Your partner. And at the same time, your expectations from your partner will be slightly on the higher side. For example, let's say you made a plan that you will get up early and you will go out for a walk, and you want your partner to also join you. Or you have called a teacher, a yoga instructor, a Zumba instructor to your home at 5:30 in the morning, 6 in the morning, and you want your partner to get up and join you. But your partner, physically, the partner is not feeling fit enough. At mental level, your partner wants to be with you, wants to join you, but physically the partner is not feeling comfortable. So that expectation will not be met. So my recommendation, please be a little flexible. Choose a time where your partner feel comfortable. Try to accommodate to your partner's interest also. That way, things can actually work out well for both of you. Okay? Anything else? Well, my friend, with Saturn getting direct, there's also a green signal as far as your involvement in your property transactions are concerned. So if you like to go ahead with buying a property or selling a property, investment in real estate, this is a very good time. But disclaimer, whenever you take any decision basis any such videos, you should think very carefully and pragmatically, because ultimately it is your life and your accountability. This is just a guidance from astrological perspective. All right. So make the best possible use of Saturn getting direct for your life. All right. Best wishes. Libra ascendant. My friend, Saturn is your fourth lord and fifth lord, and now it is going to get direct in your sixth house. So how is going to impact your work sphere? See, this will create a situation where you feel like things are not going to happen as per your desire. Sometimes it may make you feel like a bit dejected also. Your morals may go slightly down. Such situations can emerge. And those situations will actually prompt you to look out for changes. So my recommendation that you need to hold on for some time, because this is not the best of the times to move out. Hold on for some time. Just keep putting in your efforts the way you have been putting. Because remember one thing, when you continue to put efforts diligently every single day, howsoever malefic Saturn can try to be, it watches your efforts. And with your diligent efforts made every single day, it actually starts to bless you. This also itself becomes a very nice remedy for Saturn. That shanidev, we are working hard every day. We are not lazy bunch of people. That's it. Okay, and then when the right time knocks at your door after certain points in time, then you can take a call to move out. Okay. From financial perspective, so Saturn is getting direct now. So this is going to give you a relief. Specifically, simple way. Because when it was retrograde, it was influencing your 11th house of income. Now that influence will go away. But there is a condition, or rather I'll give you a recommendation to derive much more benefit for this financial perspective for yourself. And that recommendation is you have to leverage your knowledge to tap additional sources of income. You heard it right. One aspect of it, that with this Saturn getting direct, you will get a lot of knowledge. You already have a lot of knowledge, but situations will emerge as if you will get opportunities to learn even more. And the second point is that you will need to apply that knowledge, leverage that knowledge in various spheres at your workplace, and also you can tap some areas from where you can generate some additional sources of income as well. Okay? From your health perspective, see, Saturn is getting direct in your 6th house and is going to influence your 8th house as well as your 12th house. On top of that, Rahu is going to aspect your 6th house. So very, very simple and bluntly, kindly pay utmost attention to your health. This is an area where you need to be extra careful. Money, etc. will keep coming. Your knowledge will keep on increasing. Work you will manage. Health, you need assistance of doctors. Get your full body health checkup done ASAP, my friend. Be proactive. Don't wait for being a reactive person. Okay? Relationships. So beautiful times ahead. Beautiful times. That's when Saturn is getting direct. So Saturn's influence from your seventh house is over. That itself is enough to give you a nice experience in the area of relationships. Okay. Now the recommendation is, it is an excellent time to bridge the gaps for the existing relationship and an excellent time to get into new relationship. But the recommendation is, or the condition is, you need to be communicative enough with your partner. So if there is no communication happening between the two of you, then the relationship will not sustain. So while the situation is very nice for you to bridge the gap, for you to get into a relationship, you need to ensure that you're communicating with your partner every day and multiple times even within the day. Okay? And one insight, Jyotish insight, that when Saturn is getting direct, please hold on with your property transactions for some time. This is not the right time for you to engage in real estate business or sell your property, buy your dream house. Hold on for some time. Okay? So make or manage the situation well when Saturn is getting direct. Best wishes. Scorpio ascendant. My friend, Saturn is your third lord and fourth lord and is going to get direct in your fifth house. So if I speak about the impact at your workplace, so my friend, Saturn getting direct is going to give you smiles. It is going to bring major relief, a sigh of relief, major respite at your workplace. And that's a very, very nice thing, a welcome thing. Okay? So Saturn is going to stop influencing your 6th house, your 10th house. On top of that, people who are in job specifically, they will come across some new opportunities for changing in job, some new areas to explore. And people who are in business, they too will get similar kind of opportunities. Specifically people in business who are into real estate, who are into insurance sector, they will actually experience much more opportunities to come their way. Okay, so remember, at your work front, you're going to get some new opportunities coming your way. Very good time. From financial perspective, there are a couple of things I like to put forward. The first thing is that you need to be extra careful when Saturn is getting direct vis-a-vis your finances. One caution would be, do not get into any property or real estate transaction. If you would like to sell your home or buy a property, getting into such investment decision in real estate, hold on to that, because it is not the time for you to make money out of such transactions. But the silver lining is that you are going to be extra vigilant with regard to your spending. So that is an area, when organizations look at their P&L, profit and loss statements, they think about making profit. The way they can make profit either by increasing the revenue or by restraining or curtailing the expenses. One of these ways. So when things are not working out well in your favor vis-a-vis your income, it is going to be reasonably okay. And if you are getting blessing to control your spending, automatically your balancing situation, your P&L statement will be positive. That's what is going to happen with you. Okay. With regard to health, you will see major relief coming in your health sphere. So one, you will see that because you're going to be extra cautious with regard to expenditure, you'll also ensure that you take care of your health so that you don't need to incur money on doctor's expenditure, on hospital bills. That is also working in your favor. That wisdom is working in your favor. And Saturn will also stop influencing some houses which are not conducive for your health. So now it is getting direct. It is also working in your favor. So this area of health is going to give you smile as well. As far as your relationships is concerned, so if I speak about your relationship vis-a-vis your affairs, that area and also relationship at your professional space will be a bit tricky. You need to manage those well. But your relationship with your family members at home will be quite nice. Rather, you can take advice from people at home, from your mother as an example, other family members, Take the advice in managing your other relationships. What a nice situation you're going to get into. Okay? Anything else? Saturn getting direct is going to give you such nice time where you can reevaluate your investment portfolio, fine tune your entire portfolio investment decision, and then this time is actually going to help you with your wealth creation. So make the best possible use of this opportunity. Okay? Best wishes. Sagittarius ascendant. So my friend, for you Saturn is your second lord and third lord, and now it is going to get direct in your fourth house. If I look at your work situation, this is the time that I advise you not to take any risk-taking decision. It is not the time for making experiments. No risk-taking. Stay put. Stay where you are. Otherwise, things are not going to support you at work level when Saturn is getting direct. So, two things I'll tell you. Recommendation. You need to engage with your network. How? By sending them messages, emails. See what I'm trying to tell you. Messages and emails. Do not call them. And then try to use your network and try to find a lead, some sort of referral, some sort of opportunities that way. You need some assistance from your network because this is the time when the assistance will work in your favor. It is not about how famous you are. It is not about how many thousands of connections you are. No. The point is, regardless of having thousands of connections, if the network is not favoring you astrologically, no point. But now that network is going to favor you. So that's why I'm recommending you to reinitiate or rekindle that network to your advantage. And the silver lining, the blessings which you are going to get through Saturn getting direct, your decisions is going to be right. Whatever decision you will make after getting recommendations or leads, even when I'm saying do not make any experiments. So you will not. Your decision-making capability will be to your advantage. Okay? Money matter, finances. Now this is going to be good because Saturn's adverse impact from your expenditure is moving away. So whatever money you are going to get, you are going to use that money judicially. Your unnecessary expenditure will go away. That is point number one. And second, your income will also going to get some blessings. Definitely. With Saturn getting direct, your income will take a new sigh of relief and it will be constant, consistent, regular, and more so because you know that your decisions are going to be good. So use your mental capabilities to this extent also. In making money, whatever decisions you will make regarding your workspace will help you in money making. Okay? Health. So this is also going to be good for you, specifically because Saturn has left influence from a malefic house. So things are going to work in your favor as far as health is concerned. Rather, you actually will be more judicious, more careful with your lifestyle, with your daily routine. So that is going to help you. So overall, health is going to be with you. It is going to be fine for you. Relationships in this area, because Saturn is transiting in your fourth house, there'll be some testing times with regard to managing relationships at your home with your family members. But the real challenge that you will carry that energy to your profession, to your workplace, because Saturn from fourth house is also aspecting your sixth house and 10th house. So you need to monitor your relationships at home very, very carefully. And Jyotish insight, it is an excellent time to put focus on your physical and mental health. Excellent time. So if you spend even 10 minutes of time to your physical routine or to mental fitness, it will actually work out as if you're spending 1 hour. So the outcome will be much more than your inputs. So this is the time you need to make use to your advantage, to make yourself fit physically as well as mentally. All right? Best wishes. Capricorn ascendant. My friend, Saturn is your Lagna Lord, second Lord, and now getting direct in third house. How it will impact your workspace? In a very, very positive way. People in job, in business, wherever you are, you will see a lot of new opportunities coming your way. And the best thing is that from the last few months, there were a lot of sudden changes happening. That suddenness will go away. Stability will come to your work profile, to your job, to your business. Along with stability, you will find opportunities to grow. And that's a wonderful phase. While you are getting opportunities to grow, at the current place you are feeling stable. That's a wonderful situation. So it's a welcome move, welcome change, while Saturn getting transit, being your Lagna Lord in third house. Okay? Now, with regard to finances, this is going to be a good time in finances as well, because you will see your corpus getting strengthened. That's fantastic. While your work is reasonably stable, your finances are also going to get strengthened. That's amazing. Now, there's a Jyotish tip. If you get across any recommendation, reference, or deal where foreign people are involved, get hold on to it. That will be financially viable for you. Okay? With regard to your health, good news on this front as well. So Saturn is going to leave its influence from your 8th house, but remember, it is going to still influence your 12th house. So my recommendation to you is, overall your health is going to be fantastic. You need to monitor your consumption of sweets. That is an area, please be watchful. With regard to your relationships, Saturn is your Lagna Lord and your second Lord. Now it is going to get direct in your third house. So this is also going to give you a major relief in the area of relationships. Things which were stagnant for more than 4 months because of miscommunication will now get resolved. So the miscommunication between you and your partner will go away. That is a very good thing. But the challenge is coming, your 7th Lord, which is your partner, Moon. Moon is afflicted strongly by Rahu. So your partner is under severe external illusions, external influences, external memories. That is not going away. So, but the good news, the blessing is that Guru, you are getting the blessings from Jupiter, which is actually aspecting at the right place, 2nd house and 7th Lord, your partner. So Guru is giving that wisdom to your 2nd house and to your 7th Lord. That will make things right. And because Lagna Lord is Saturn, your decisions will be right. So this was at your personal space. As far as relationship at professional level is concerned, fantastic. Those relationships will work nicely, no problem. Okay. Now, anything else? Saturn getting direct is an excellent time wherein you can channelize your inner energies. You can spend time in meditation, you can contemplate. So the inner energies can really take a nice and positive shape in this time. So this is the wonderful time for you to contemplate and meditate and look deep, get into deeper terrains. Okay? So best wishes. Aquarius ascendant. So my friend, Saturn is your Lagna Lord and 12th Lord. And now it is going to get direct in your 2nd house. So how it is going to impact your work sphere? In a nice way, if I have to summarize in one statement, yes, it's a good time, because people who are in job or even in business, it is going to open up new opportunities. So it is kind of a situation you will feel like you will take a sigh of relief. There are a couple of recommendations and tips here or insights. The first thing is that if you come across any opportunities which has a foreign people connection, get hold on to this, because that will be working well or working to your advantage. That is point number 1. If you yourself get some travel opportunities, get hold to those opportunities as well. Those opportunities could be you continue to be in that job, just going for travel, building relationships, learning something new, fantastic. Or it could be you are just changing a job and getting an offer from a company or organization which is at a foreign location. Grab that. So it will work in your favor for a reasonably long period, because we are talking about Saturn getting direct. Okay. And recommendation, do not take any decision in a hurry. Like you feel like, I want to put down my paper, I'll do it. No. Take your time. Things are opening up. You are going to get something good. Hold on. Don't be under any impulsive decision. Okay. And so work-wise, things they are looking reasonably okay. Now, one challenge I can see, work from home can actually become an issue that can disturb the relationship with your supervisor, with your colleagues. So try to avoid work from home for a reasonable amount of time now. Okay. With regard to finances, well, this is an area, actually your focus will entirely be on making money as Saturn is getting direct. One thing I'll tell, no overspending. You yourself will feel like you should not overspend or overindulge, but this is a strong recommendation with Saturn getting direct. Jyotish insight is that now Saturn is going to favor you to earn really well. While your focus is also shifting on wealth creation, Saturn is going to favor you. You go and earn well. I'll give you a recommendation here. You engage with your network, your friends, your colleagues. So they may be instrumental in giving you some reference, some lead, which can actually make things work for you. Okay, so this is a strong recommendation. With regard to your health, see, Saturn now is transiting in your second house and now is getting direct. So overall, I don't see any major challenge with regard to health. There can be some issues if your food habits are not appropriate. Like if you take a lot of non-vegetarian food, if you fag a lot throughout the day, fagging can be a challenge. So unless you kind of monitor your lifestyle, your eating habits, I don't see any challenge. But with your wrong eating habits and extraordinary or excessive fagging, things can fall out of place, and then health issues can come to your life. So keep that in check. With regard to relationship, I see a very nice experience coming your way. So my friend, be it your personal relationship or professional relationship, you are going to experience a nice time. Saturn is going to get direct. It is going to make you smile. Wow, great. A strong recommendation now. You need to be extremely careful that you are sticking to a good company, people who speak truth. You need to keep yourself away from politics or speaking or telling some lies. Even small amount of lie can impact. So if you are keeping yourself away from politics, fantastic. Saturn getting direct is going to help you, to favor you. But if you are engaging in politics at workplace, at home, in your life, then Saturn is not going to support you. Keep it in mind, my friend. Keep it in mind. Okay? Best wishes. Pisces ascendant. So my friend, Saturn is your 11th lord and 12th lord, and now getting direct in your Lagna. If I need to evaluate your work situation, I'll say things are going to work well, but you need to be careful. Very, very careful and observe how things are working. Because Saturn is sitting in your Lagna as MKS Maranasthana. So observe how things are taking shape. But the good news or the blessing is that Surya is in your favor. Surya is really in your favor. So how it can help you, and the recommendation I can give you, you can manage your work well with the help of some research. So if you are doing some job, one way could be simply do the job as per the established process, or somebody you ask from somebody how this can be done, and you do that. The other thing is you get the learning whatever available around your in your environment, around through people, and then you do some extra bit of research in that area, and then you deliver. Now that can work wonders. So this is the recommendation, this is the remedy which you have to imply to your life to manage your work well. With regard to your finances, Saturn getting direct is going to bring some respite in the area of finances. Though it is in Lagna in Maranasthana, still because it is your 11th lord. So it will do justice to its lordship. So insight, there can be some sudden activities related to your work, which may involve some foreign engagement, some foreign connections. So those sudden activities can actually work in your favor. Okay. Now, with regard to your health, I see there's a lot of positive movement happening in your health space, because when Saturn was retrograde, it was more influencing your 12th house, but now that influence is going away. But the challenge which I can foresee, that it is an MKS in your Lagna, and more so it is influencing your 7th house also. So that 1-7 axis is under test. So what you need to do, you need to read some self-help books every day. You need to feed positivity to your brain every single day. That way you will be able to manage that MKS impact of Saturn really well. And then your health will be under control. Very simple. Okay. So relationships. If I talk about relationship at professional level, fantastic, no problem at all. But because Saturn is aspecting your 7th house from your Lagna, your personal relationship with your partner, people whom you like to be with whom you like to be with, those will be under some sort of testing. So manage that area reasonably well. Okay. And anything else? So the way planetary positions are kind of placing up, and with Saturn getting direct, it is going to be an excellent time for you to build relationship at professional level. At your workplace, you are going to get a lot of appreciation. That is a very, very good thing. And in addition to that, you will also get a lot of opportunities at workplace for some complex projects which you want to get, opportunities to travel to foreign places. So things you have been wanting to do now will open up your way, the way you wanted to do the things, in the same way. So amidst a lot of appreciations. So Saturn getting direct is a welcome move for your work specifically. Okay? Best wishes. So with this, I'll put an end to the video. I'll see you soon with some other video. Till then, Om Namah Shivaya.